For centuries, politics has been run by people, with all the strengths and flaws that come with being human. Leaders inspire, negotiate, and decide. But they also lie, get corrupted, and make mistakes. Now, as artificial intelligence spreads across every part of society, one question is starting to sound less like science fiction and more like a real debate. Could machines run countries better than humans? And later in this video, I'll reveal one surprising experiment where people actually voted for an AI candidate and what happened next. Let's start with the case for machine-led politics. Supporters argue that most government decisions are about data, budgets, resource allocation, economic forecasts, healthcare priorities. Machines excel at processing massive amounts of information far beyond human capacity. Imagine a system that could instantly analyze every available piece of data on education, healthcare, and infrastructure, and propose the policy that mathematically delivers the best outcome for the greatest number of citizens. No bias, no ego, just the data. In theory, this could solve one of democracy's oldest problems: self-interest. Politicians often serve donors, lobbyists, or themselves. They spin narratives to get re-elected instead of making hard but necessary decisions. A machine has no ambition, no desire for power, no temptation from corporate money. It doesn't care about polls or popularity. If programmed correctly, it would act only in the interest of the people it serves. Sounds ideal, right? But here's the micro hook. Politics isn't just numbers. It's people. And people don't live by spreadsheets. Take empathy. Imagine a community hit by a natural disaster. The raw data might say the most efficient solution is to relocate everyone permanently. But human leaders understand the emotional ties people have to their homes. They understand the symbolic value of rebuilding. Would an algorithm? Then there's accountability. If a machine makes a harmful decision, say, cutting healthcare funding that leads to preventable deaths, who takes responsibility? The programmers? The government officials who approve the system? Or no one at all? Politics without accountability is dangerous. History also shows how algorithms can amplify bias. AIs trained on flawed data can produce discriminatory results. If most economic data favors wealthy regions, the system may unknowingly prioritize them over poorer areas. Instead of solving inequality, it could hardwire it into policy. And unlike human leaders, you can't vote an algorithm out of office. Let's look at real-world examples. In 2018, Japan experimented with an AI mayor in a small city election. The system promised to analyze citizen feedback and optimize policies. While it didn't win, thousands of people supported it, intrigued by the idea of a leader without human flaws. In Estonia, often called the most digital country on Earth, officials have proposed using algorithms to draft laws and even run parts of government services. Estonia is especially fascinating. Citizens there already complete taxes online in minutes. Health records, banking, and even voting are integrated into secure digital platforms. Algorithms help distribute benefits and streamline bureaucratic decisions. Some officials have openly suggested that artificial intelligence could play a direct role in shaping policy drafts. To many Estonians, this isn't strange. It's just the logical next step for a government that has embraced technology more fully than almost any other nation on Earth. And in the UK, researchers ran a mock People's Parliament, where citizens debated policies alongside an algorithm trained on political manifestos and public opinion data. Surprisingly, many participants reported that the machine-generated proposals felt more balanced and less partisan than those written by human politicians. For some, this raised an unsettling possibility. Could algorithms one day bridge the divides that human leaders often make worse? China, meanwhile, is pushing ahead with predictive governance, using vast data networks to monitor citizens and anticipate social unrest before it happens. Supporters frame this as stability through foresight. Critics argue it's a new kind of authoritarianism where algorithms predict behavior before it even occurs. And let's return to Japan for a moment. In Tama City, a candidate actually campaigned with the promise of installing an AI mayor to help govern. His posters showed a humanoid robot in a suit. The pitch? That an algorithm would make decisions based on fairness and objectivity, free from human corruption. While it started as part novelty, part protest against entrenched politics, the campaign sparked global headlines. For the first time, citizens were asked to seriously consider a ballot where a machine was one of the choices. Each of these cases highlights the paradox. Machines can improve efficiency, they can remove corruption, they can process data at superhuman speed, but they can also create systems of surveillance, strip away human empathy, and concentrate power in ways that are almost impossible to challenge. Here's another angle. Politics is not just about solving problems, it's about vision. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't inspire change with a cost-benefit analysis. Winston Churchill didn't rally a nation with a spreadsheet. Leadership is storytelling, symbolism, the ability to move hearts. That is something no algorithm, at least for now, can replicate. But the debate won't go away. Trust in human politicians is near historic lows in many countries. Scandals, corruption, and partisan gridlock fuel the belief that perhaps machines really could do better. If voters lose faith in humans, the temptation to hand power to something neutral and rational will only grow. Now let's add the paradox. Imagine an AI that doesn't just crunch numbers, but also learns persuasion, generating speeches, predicting public reactions, even tailoring policies to appeal to specific groups. Would that make it more effective than human leaders? Or would it cross the line into manipulation, shaping public opinion in ways people can't resist? Some futurists believe the first step won't be a machine president or prime minister, but hybrid governance. Systems that advise human leaders, draft policy, and simulate outcomes, while elected officials remain the face of government. Think of it as autopilot in a plane. The system does most of the work, but a human captain is still in the cockpit. Others see darker scenarios. Authoritarian regimes could use algorithmic governance to control populations with terrifying precision, justifying it as efficiency. Democracies could slide toward technocracy, where unelected systems make decisions too complex for the public to understand or challenge. Citizens may one day live under policies shaped entirely by code they never see. So here's the big question. If AIs can govern better than humans, do we have a duty to let it? Or would giving up human leadership, with all its flaws, mean giving up the very essence of democracy? This is not just a thought experiment. It's a choice that societies may face sooner than we expect. So what do you think? Should machines ever be allowed to run countries? Or should politics, with all its messiness, emotion, and imperfection, remain forever human? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And here's the deal. I'll feature the most thought-provoking answers in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe to AI Unlocked, where every week we explore the breakthroughs, the risks, and the future of technology. Because the future isn't coming. It's already here.